Good morning. I hate to make a new video when I haven't answered or got on my last video, but I'm sorry I've done that. But y'all know I went on that live stream last night. Today we're going to talk. I want to tell us a story, and because I've been thinking about this a lot, and also, you know, the whole "what would you do" thing. The story is going to be, of course, about my nanny. Nanny was, oh, Randy, quit saying the first time Nanny found a lump on her breast, she was, I think she was 77 or 78 years old. But I think 77. There I go. She said to me, she said, if it's cancer, I'm not doing anything. I'm not fighting. Well, she just said, I'm not going to do anything. I'm old, blah, blah, blah. Well, we went to the hospital. She had a biopsy, and she had a great doctor. He came back, and it was cancer. First thing out of her mouth. Now, remember, in the days leading up to this, she wasn't worried about it. Whatever happened. She wasn't worried. He said, when he said it was cancer, she said, okay, what do we do now? Okay. So, he removed that breast, and she went through radiation, and she was good. Then, I want to say about 3 years later, maybe, I don't even know, I don't think it was a total of 3 years. She didn't tell us right off the bat that she had another lump on the other breast, and this was a big one. She told me she had a lump on the other breast, and she wasn't, really worried about it because, by this time she was 80, and, she said, who fools with that, when they're 80 years old? And I said, well, let's just go check it out. So, sure enough, it was cancer, and this time it was, pretty bad. They removed the breast, several lymph nodes. She went through chemo and radiation, and even though, again, what would she do? She said, I'm not going to do anything. But what did she do? The opposite of what she said she was going to do, which was she went through chemo. She went through radiation again. The chemo this time was rough on her. At first, her body was tolerating it good, but it was rough on her. And I remember, I'm the one that took her to get her staples out. She had 88 staples when they removed her second breast. 88 staples. It just went all the way around into here, and then it was, no matter what, I'm done, I've done all I can do. No, she wasn't done. She wasn't done. We went every month, and it wasn't just me. I'm not trying to, because, there was other family members, because I worked, and they took her. I have an aunt that would take her to the doctor a lot too. But Nanny went every month, got a chemo shot. She took a chemo pill every day. But she fought. And that's what she always said that she wouldn't go through this and she wouldn't go through that. And she would lay it to age. But yet she did. So, okay, I have Meniere's disease. I remember, my life, I'm telling you, I went to bed normal, and I woke up the next day dizzy. And my life has not been the same since that day. I was 27. I'm 43 now. When I went through many, many, many tests to find out what was wrong, because it's just not an easy diagnosis, and that's not what they first look for. So, I remember the doctor at Vanderbilt saying to me, he said, you're just going to have to get used to it. And I thought, get used to being dizzy? Because I'm always dizzy. Always. I'm not always bad dizzy, but I'm never there's never not something going on up there in my brain. But it was bad, and I'll tell that story because my husband went crazy on that doctor when he said that to me, because I started crying. He said, get used to it. You've got Meniere's disease, deal with it. And because I was, of course, in denial about having it. So, and I said, I will never get used to this. I will never live this way. And I wallowed for a year, I know, maybe probably 2 years. I know a year I wallowed. And here I am. I was 27, I'm 43, and I accepted. I go to work. Nobody would even know I had it unless sometimes I get really dizzy, and I'll say I'm dizzy, but I don't go around, that's not who I am. I just happen to have Meniere's disease. It's, it's not going to kill me. It's, I could be deaf someday, could be, I don't know. I don't know. But we don't know our last day till it's our last day. We don't know what we would do. My point is, and I hope y'all hung in here, my point is we don't know what we would do unless we're in that situation. Now, so, these people, I've read so many comments, well, if I would do this. You don't know what you would do. You don't know what you would be doing if you was in that spot. I know what I've seen. I know what I haven't seen. I know what I've dealt with. I know what I haven't dealt with. And I haven't dealt with that personally myself, but I've seen it dealt with. So that's just my story time. That is a bit of a story time. Did I just do air quotes? What have I turned into? Okay, but just keep that in mind, that we never know what we'll do. We never know what we can handle, and we never know when our last day is. Many people didn't wake up today, and they didn't have cancer. They didn't have anything. They just didn't wake up. Again, God gives us so much time, and it's what we do with that time that counts. Like I've said before, and I always tell my kids, live your dash. Because that's what's important, is that dash in between the years, when you were born and when you died. Live your dash. My nanny certainly lived her dash. She did. She made it to 88 years old. She, and the last time that she got cancer, the cancer came back, the doctor did call me. So it was a different situation. Maybe I'll tell that sometime, but it was a phone call, and I didn't even remember that till just now. Do I understand insurance stuff? Absolutely not. I've said it a million times. I don't understand insurance enough to white knight for anybody over insurance. I know that we pay insurance, and we still cannot afford to get sick. But, we deal with it. We deal with what comes just like everybody else. But do I love little Rosie? Absolutely. Do I care about her? Absolutely. I'm just, I'm not white knighting. I'm just telling it like it is. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. You don't know what you would do. No, I'm not sorry. You don't know what you would do until you're in that situation. Everybody have a great day. Thank you for listening. I hope you made it through this. Let's go make a couple of dollars. That's about all. All right. Have a great day, y'all. Bye.